This area is called Paradise Valley in Squamish, British Columbia of Canada. And you might expect, according to the name, you might expect something like in those stories about paradise. But depends how you see the world and what you expect from the world. If you set some expectations too high according to the movies and some imaginary land, and according to the stories that are actually the filtered out information from real life, then you may be disappointed that this area is not the paradise you expected. But it can be a paradise, and it is a paradise for salmon and eagles. And now I can't see the salmon, and I saw a bunch of eagles downstream, and I want to show you some sort of information board that are common here in these touristic areas. Not only Squamish, but Vancouver has this type of boards in case you are watching from outside Canada. And this is about eagle conservation and salmon conservation. And it shows here a couple of viewing sites. I've seen 1, 2, 3, all of these sites I've been around, and I've been one of the sites 2 weeks ago, and I just drove by the Squamish River, and last weekend I went to Squamish Estuary, and pretty nice. You see an eagle flying there, and I assume that there is salmon in the area. I saw people walking around with binoculars and telescopes, and of course they know what they are doing. I'm not here to see the salmon, but while I'm recording this one, I want to share what it says here about salmon and about history of the land. And it's kind of impressive if you are into learning about natural world, and if you want I can read. You can, because I'm going to hold the phone. Released from enormous weight of the ice, the land rebounded by about 100 meters. Approximately 5,000 years ago, the sea level stabilized. With the tidal zone stability came an explosive increase in the number of salmon. And it shows here the life cycle of the salmon, the spawning, the gravel, and they lay the eggs here, and Elvin emerged from the gravel when they're a couple of weeks old or something like that. And it says different type of species, how they start growing up, migrated to salt water, smolts adapting to salt water. And some of those you see die because of predators, habitat destruction, delays in the downstream migration. So it's really interesting to learn about this one, and how many actually can make it. Then down there it says about salmon colonize suitable glacial fed streams. Their eggs are perfectly suited to winter in pristine, nutrient-poor water. Salmon eggs contain enough food for the developing embryos to survive until their parents' bodies decay and add nutrients to the system. So I never thought about that. I saw so many dead salmon, so many dead fish when I go to this area, like salmon spawning grounds. But I never thought that the dead fish bodies actually provide nutrients to the whole system, to the river, to the ground, to the gravel. Then the next it says salmon bring important nutrients from the sea back to the land. Since the glacier's last retreat, salmon have been fertilizing the gravel spawning beds and nearby forest floors. Yeah, that's interesting. I never thought of it. Nature cycles. The salmon cycles is connected to other cycles. The salmon return is timed to the arrival of autumn rains. Spring hatching follows the sun's return, which sparks the bloom of algae and floodplain and forest growth. Both are nourished by rotting salmon carcasses, algae, and new leaves feed microorganisms and insects, which in turn nourish the young salmon. And in winter, the eagle return. To see a bald eagle perching in a majestic black cottonwood in a broad Squamish valley beneath a snow-capped volcanic mountain is to tell a story of dazzling complexity and profound simplicity. And it's really true. And I drive around and I see places, and I just drove through a forest, a very dense forest, and I thought, oh, I need to fly my drone in that forest and record these beautiful images. But there is no sunshine today. That's they call it crane. They fish for smaller fish. I don't know if they feed on a salmon carcasses, but salmon are taking care of that type of food supply. They need to add fat for the winter, fat to their bodies for the winter. So salmon it's a fatty type of meat. And of course the eagles are cleaning up the places. They are the scavengers taking care of the dead animals and other type of carcasses. And I see a bunch of those big, I don't know, cranes, like something like that, like a big birds. So I assume there is a spawning channel, so I'm going to check it out. Paradise Valley in the Squamish of British Columbia.